Welcome to BNEWS Weekly. I'm Phil Gallagher along with BNEWS Director Rich Hosford, Chris Flaherty, Robert Paris, and Peter Brown with the weather. Thank you for joining us. There have been some big changes made to the makeup of the Ways and Means Committee. Town Moderator Sally Willard released her committee appointments last week and revealed that 3 Ways and Means members, including incumbent Chairman Bill Byer, have not been reappointed. Byer, who has been on the committee for 12 years, said not reappointing a member who wished to remain was unprecedented and had not happened for at least the terms of the last 3 town moderators. The other 2 members not reappointed were Paul Noonan and Roger Riggs. Members Diane Creedon and Lucy Damiani were reappointed. The 3 new people to the committee are town meeting members Joan Hastings and Joan Kennedy Constance, and former town meeting member Robert Bunker. Willard said the changes were part of her drive to bring fresh faces and perspectives to the committee, to which she appoints. She also said that by appointing 2 women and reappointing Creedon and Damiani, she increased the number of women on the committee by 40%, adding it was good for the committee to have diversity. There had been some talk behind the scenes that the appointment decisions may have been influenced by a vote concerning the lawsuit of the Residence Inn by Marriott building permit that Byer, Noonan, and Riggs had voted against, and the other 2 were in favor of. This belief was articulated by Ways and Means member Tom Killalay during Wednesday night's meeting. Let's take a look.
I find the decision made by the moderator disappointing, and I'll be honest and frank, I find it disturbing. And I'm going to be frank and speak the reason why I feel this way. There was a vote that was taken on an issue that was very controversial in this town in regards to the hotel. And it just seems to be a little ironic that the 3 members who were not reappointed were voted a certain way on that issue, and the 2 that were appointed voted the opposite way. And I think the thing that disappoints me, and that basically angers me a little, if I may say so, is the fact that no one person, moderator, chairman of the Board of Selectmen, chairman of Ways and Means, anybody should control anybody's thought process and demand that people vote a certain way. And I personally feel that, I don't want to say the word abuse of power, but I will just say a controlling wish that kind of is sending a disturbing message to not only Ways and Means, but to other boards, that if things aren't voted a certain way that somebody wants, that there are repercussions for that, and that greatly disturbs me. And again, I am extremely disappointed in that decision.
When asked about this speculation earlier that day, Ms. Willard denied it outright. She said nobody knew how she would have voted on that article and that the vote had never crossed her mind when making the appointments. She further stated that anyone who said that was impugning her integrity and that such talk was counterproductive. When asked about the subject, Byer said Willard had told him the hotel vote was not a factor, but he had a hard time believing that. A user of the social media platform Nextdoor.com, which connects users with neighbors based on their home addresses, has alerted people in the Burlington neighborhood of multiple bobcat sightings. The Nextdoor user said that in the past 2 to 3 weeks, one of his neighbors has seen the bobcat next to their house on 3 different occasions. In the most recent instance, this past weekend, he said the neighbor blew an air horn, but the animal did not run away. Police and animal control have been notified. All the sightings have been around dusk. The man who posted the notification said the sightings happened at a home on Peach Orchard Road. The Burlington Police Department welcomed 2 new members during the Board of Selectmen meeting on Monday. Town Administrator John Petrin appointed Officer George D'Amelio at the meeting. The board also welcomed Officer Lindsay Laprade, who was appointed in January but could not attend the meeting at the time. Laprade graduated from the Municipal Police Training Committee Randolph Academy on June 24th. She'll begin a 12-week field training on June 28th. Officer Laprade graduated from Worcester State University in 2014 with a bachelor's degree in criminal justice. She also earned an associate's degree in intelligence operations from Cochise College in 2013. She currently serves in the Massachusetts Army National Guard as an all-source intelligence analyst and completed Army Basic Combat Training and Advanced Individual Training in Army Intelligence Operations. Officer D'Amelio comes to the department from the Somerville Police Department, where he worked as a patrolman. He graduated from Shawshene Valley Vocational Technical High School and is a licensed electrician. He is currently pursuing an associate's degree in criminal justice at Middlesex Community College. Officer D'Amelio also previously attended the Mass Transit Police Academy, graduating in 2014. Due to his experience in the field, he will begin accelerated training in late June. During the meeting, Petron also appointed retiring Detective Gary Burdick as a special police officer for the town. The Burlington Fire Department has a new lieutenant and a familiar face. During Monday night's Board of Selectmen meeting, firefighter Kevin Policelli was promoted to fire lieutenant by Town Administrator John Petron at the recommendation of Fire Chief Steve Yetman. Yetman said Policelli was chosen from a pool of 4 candidates provided by the Civil Service for the position. All candidates were highly qualified individuals and would make great fire officers, but we currently have only one opening available, he said. Policelli has a bachelor's degree in political science with a minor in mathematics from Syracuse University. He also has an associate's degree in fire protection and safety technology from Middlesex College and is currently enrolled in a Bachelor's of Science program for Fire Science and Administration at Columbia Southern University. Policelli has a number of certifications, including Firefighter 1 and 2, Driver, Pump Operator, Fire Officer 1, Fire Inspector 1, and Incident Safety Officer. He has also served as the department's EMT coordinator. Petron said he was happy to announce the promotion. If you're still looking to add summer activities to your calendar, the Burlington Public Library, as always, has plenty in store for the coming months for readers of all ages. This past Monday was their summer kickoff event. BNEWS reporter Chris Flaherty was in attendance, and he has this report.
There's a lot to do and a lot to read this summer at the Burlington Public Library. This Monday, the library held their summer kickoff event. Parents and their little ones flocked to the library to stock up on their summer reading, as well as take part in games, face painting, and arts and crafts. The highlight of the morning was a performance from comic mime Robert Rivest. The fun doesn't stop there, though. The library has plenty of activities to take part in throughout the summer months.
We do a reading program, which is an incentive program where they sign up online, and if they read either books or they keep track of their minutes or hours, they can come back to the library and they get prizes. We also have some new clubs this year. We have a tween club, which is for grades 3 to 6, and it's going to be every Thursday at 3 p.m. starting in July. And each week will be a different activity. There's no sign up for it, and it's going to be run by me and one of my assistants, Jenna Cantino.
All fun and games aside, the more you read, the more you'll exercise your mind this summer, and not just your body.
It's very important to keep up your reading skills during the summer, and it's going to help with getting into the next grade.
Don't deny yourself the joy of a good read this summer. Head on down to the library. Until next time, this is Chris Flaherty for BNews Weekly.
Burlington's AMC Theater took another step towards being able to offer customers a glass of beer or wine as they wait for or watch a movie this week. Representatives of the theater were at the Board of Selectmen's meeting on Monday with an application for an all-alcohol license. During the meeting, AMC Senior Vice President of Food and Beverage, George Patterson, said the cinema industry has changed recently and AMC along with it. Now they cater to an older clientele with amenities like larger reclining chairs, upgraded food and reserved seating, along with alcohol service. Patterson also talked about AMC's controls to ensure nobody overindulges and that minors are not served or able to get their hands on alcohol at the theater. He said that all AMC employees who will be serving alcohol will be tip certified and that only employees over 21 years of age will be able to sell or serve alcohol. Further, all customers will be carded and they will be only able to purchase one drink at a time, cutting down on the passing of drinks to others. Also, only customers with tickets will be able to purchase drinks. The bar is not meant as a hangout for people not there to see a movie. There will also be a dedicated spotter on shift while alcohol is being served. Selectmen Bob Hogan and Joe Morandi, who make up the subcommittee on alcohol policy, toured the facility with Town Administrator John Petrin. They said they were satisfied with the policies and the setup. The hearing was continued to the meeting of Monday, July 18th. Before approval, Petrin said the theater must fix a couple of site issues concerning outdoor fencing to get in compliance with current permits. The Burlington Town Common has new lights thanks to a donation from a business with a location in town. BNEWS Director Rich Hosford went to check it out and has this report.
Anyone who has passed the town common in the past couple of weeks may have noticed a man with a van up on a ladder near the old-fashioned looking light poles that illuminate the grounds at night. Did you wonder what he was doing? Well, we went to find out.
So basically what we've been doing here on the Burlington Common is we're changing out all of the post lighting to LED. So what we need to do is clean it up, spray paint the whole thing nice with a new coat of spray paint, changing out all the high pressure sodium bulbs that are old and outdated with transformers and capacitors, and then updating all the new lights to LED bulbs, which are much more energy efficient.
Bill diligently changed all of the light casings so they went from looking like this to this, so that when day becomes night, the town common will be basked in a clear white light.
It'll definitely be a lot brighter, a lot more clean. Since we're changing all the lenses as well to clearer lenses, it'll be a lot more safe and bright.
Department of Public Works Director John Sanchez said the new LED light bulbs were free to the town through a donation by Philips Color Kinetics, which has a location in town.
Yeah, this is a very good project here in the town common. Philips Lighting from Burlington, as a matter of fact, they're in Burlington Woods here in town. They have a research and development section, and they work on developing new LED lighting. And they've been talking to us about doing a case study, and they actually gave us 27 upgrades to all of our lights here in the common for free, as part of the case study. So basically what we're doing is using our own town electrician. We're going around and replacing all the light bulbs, upgrading the lights, and at the same time saving probably about 60 to 70% of the cost of electricity here in the common.
Sanchez said the new lights will make a big difference for anyone visiting the town common at night. Though the lumens are the same, the LED light allows for better color perception and will make visibility easier.
You'll notice a difference. It'll be much brighter. The colors will be more easy to perceive. Under the high pressure sodium lighting, they have what they call a low color rendition index, and so you can't tell sometimes a yellow from an orange or a blue from a green at night, versus with the LED lighting, it has a much higher color rendition index, and you'll be able to tell green from a blue. So it's actually a nicer, almost like moonlight type of light, very, very, very easy on the eye.
Finally, Sanchez said the new lights are both better for the environment and more cost effective. In fact, this year, town meeting approved the funds to replace all the town's streetlights with LEDs to save the town money.
Well, the whole idea of going with LED is more of a green technology, and that was how we went to town meeting and got the funding for it. It was strictly based on money. The issue is that we're able to go in and save probably half the cost of electricity on the new lighting, and those lights will last at least 10 years. So it's going to be savings overall. While we get the savings, at the same time we get the benefit of the same that we're going to get here in the common, which is a whiter light with a better color on it, and people will be able to see a little better with it.
At the illuminated Burlington Town Common, I'm BNews Director Rich Hosford.
Burlington's first responders have been training for the possibility of a scenario all too common these days. Police Chief Michael Kent and Fire Chief Steve Yetman said in a statement that Burlington Police and Fire Departments completed an active shooter simulation, which allowed officers the opportunity to practice coordinating a response to an emergency and to create a comprehensive strategy to manage a hypothetical crisis. According to the press release, more than 100 officers and firefighters participated in the training, which took place at the Burlington Mall on April 24th. The training also included officers from Lexington, Billerica, Bedford, and Danvers. Chief Kent said the exercise allowed them to test their emergency response practices across multiple departments, which prepared all for more effective crisis management when a real-life situation should arise. The simulated training began with an active shooter walking throughout the mall, firing blanks with a pistol, the release states. Predetermined search routes sent the officers through the main hallways, staircases, and back hallways before finishing in the food court. The Burlington Rescue Task Force, a merger of the police and fire departments, was also implemented during the drill. In the simulation, 4 Burlington police officers escorted a 4-man fire RTF unit through the mall into the food court, where the unit assessed a patient and brought him to an ambulance. As the 4th of July approaches, Chief Yetman and the Burlington Fire Department would like to remind residents that the use of fireworks is illegal in the state of Massachusetts. It is illegal to use, possess, or sell fireworks of any kind in Massachusetts, including Class C fireworks, which are sometimes falsely called safe and sane fireworks. Class C fireworks include sparklers, party poppers, snappers, firecrackers, spinners, cherry bombs, and more. Citizens are also prohibited from purchasing fireworks elsewhere and transporting them into the state. Additionally, while the government cannot prohibit the advertising and sale of fireworks by mail, police can and will confiscate illegal shipments. Many consumers attempting to circumvent the law have lost both their money and their fireworks. Those found in possession of fireworks in Massachusetts also risk a fine of up to $100. The Office of the State Fire Marshal reports that from 2006 to 2015, there were 775 major fireworks explosion incidents involving illegal fireworks reported to the Mass Fire Incident Reporting System. These incidents caused 11 civilian injuries, 4 fire service injuries, and an estimated dollar cost of $1.8 million. The Burlington Food Pantry is undergoing some renovations to make it safer for visitors and easier to keep clean and tidy. However, before work could begin, all the food needed to be moved out. Thankfully, a group of volunteers gathered to help out. BNEWS intern Robert Parrish was there and has this report.
Nonprofit organizations are a tribute to the town and a helping hand for those who need a little extra help getting by. On Friday, June 24th, the nonprofit organization People Helping People relocated the food pantry's inventory in its entirety due to some minor renovations with the floors. Many volunteers were there to help with the move. Jane McKinich, one of the coordinators of the pantry, spoke to us about what is happening at the pantry over the next week or so.
It will provide, right now we have some shelving units that we use for storing canned goods that are showing some wear and tear, and we want to make sure that we are replacing them with some more sturdy shelves so that they don't fall down on people and hurt people. We are replacing the flooring in the building. Right now we have carpet, and over the years it's getting a little dirty. I believe the current carpet was installed in 2009 when the building was expanded to its current size. And we're going to replace it with linoleum flooring, which it should be easier to keep clean and tidy. This allows us the opportunity to move things around a little bit, to fit better with our current distribution system. We are, over the last few years, we've been able to bring in a lot more fresh food, and our current setup really didn't allow us the space to spread it out so people could see it to easier make choices. And so we're going to move things around a little bit to provide more space for the fresh food that are helping people bring more nutrition to people.
When asked what will be the most exciting part of the renovation, Jane had this to say.
I'm excited about the flooring because our new flooring will have lots of colors, so it'll brighten up the space. We'll get a nice new coat of paint on the wall, so everything will look neat and bright. The shelves that are donated by the Rotary Club, because I was worried that some of the old shelving would fall down and hurt someone.
Jane also commented on the difficulties faced with this project.
Keeping track of the food, making sure that we know what we put where so that it's easy to put back. You know, the renovations with the contractors, everything runs on time because we are hoping to reopen after the 4th of July holiday to be able to get food out to people. We don't want to put any undue delay in getting food out to the families in town that needs it.
Kelly Pappas, a volunteer from the Burlington Breakfast Rotary Club, commented on the challenges of moving the food.
Storing everything while keeping it all accessible when needed has been a challenge. The shelving that they have now really isn't working out, so we are having to move everything out of the the pantry, move the shelving into the basement, then move the food onto the shelving in the basement. So it's been a little challenging, but we have a lot of volunteers, so it's going well. I think probably the most difficult part is trying to circumnavigate the 90-degree angles we have, getting the stuff into the basement. But other than that, there's a lot of hands here today helping out. So far it's going well.
From down here at the food pantry, I'm Robert Paris for BNEWS Weekly.
It's 4th of July weekend, a time for barbecues and backyard parties. Will the weather cooperate? We go now to BNews weatherman Peter Brown for this forecast. We'll also check out the community calendar with Chris Flaherty to see what's happening in town.
Well, hello everyone. This is Peter Brown with a look at your weather for the upcoming period, and this of course includes the all-popular 4th of July weekend. I'm going to start you out with a look at our almanac here. Starting out this Thursday, look at this. We're going to see temperatures in the mid-80s, so beautiful summer-like conditions. Well above the average, but just still very comfortable. Nowhere near the record highs of 96 and 102 like we had many years ago, that's for sure. Days are still perfectly long, so there's plenty of time to get out there and enjoy the summer sunshine. I'm going to show you a little bit about what's going to be going on with our weather for the upcoming period, and for anyone who has any plans on the 4th of July, if you're coming to join us for the 4th of July parade here in Burlington, this is basically what you're going to see. Tons of high pressure around us, and that means sunny, dry weather and temperatures only in the mid to maybe lower 80s, so nothing too hot, nice and dry, beautiful weather. There's really not much more I can say about this. This is just going to be absolutely beautiful for the beginning of July. As we move ahead, though, I'm going to show you a little bit of a problem that's being caused by our really good weather that we've been having lately. And this is a map here from the University of Nebraska at Lincoln that's basically showing the drought conditions here in eastern Massachusetts. As you can see here, especially in the Burlington area, we're in this kind of orange shading, which means we're kind of in a moderate drought. And if you've been out in your garden, of course, and looking at any of the dirt or soil, it's very dry, and we definitely do need a little bit of rain, but that can certainly wait until after the 4th of July. As we move ahead, I'm going to show you about our 7-day forecast, and I think you're absolutely going to love this. Look at this. Now, Friday and Saturday, this might be a little bit optimistic if you really want some rain for your garden. I don't think we're really going to get that much. So you can pretty much take what you see Thursday and every day right across till next Wednesday, sun across the board, and temperatures really in the low to mid 80s and not much change. And again, if you're joining us on the 4th of July for the Burlington 4th of July parade, you are going to have absolutely perfect conditions to enjoy all of those floats going by. So everyone, I hope you get out there, enjoy this beautiful summer weather, and have a happy 4th of July.
Good evening, Burlington. This is your community calendar. Parents, do your kids love Pixar films? On Friday, July 8th at 7 p.m., the Barnes & Noble in Burlington is holding a pop culture night for the movie Finding Dory. Come dive into the fun as they celebrate family and all things Dory. Join in a swimmingly fun scavenger hunt, as well as other activities and giveaways. The event is free, and everyone is welcome. For more information, visit barnesandnoble.com or call 781-273-3871. We all scream for ice cream. On Friday, July 8th, from 6 to 8 p.m., the Echo Enrichment Center is kicking off the summer program with an ice cream social. This event will be held at 14 Lexington Street. This event is free. Registration is not required. For more info, contact the Echo Enrichment Center at 781-640-9351 or visit their website at www.echoenrichment.com. Lastly, want to take a day trip to a historic Massachusetts location? On Saturday, July 9th, the Burlington Recreation Department is offering a day trip to Provincetown. Cruise from Plymouth to Provincetown by the express route in half the time it would take to drive there. Enjoy a narrated tour of historic Plymouth Harbor as you get underway, followed by the fast, comfortable rides across Cape Cod Bay. In Provincetown, you'll discover a variety of unique shops and restaurants. Browse the galleries of Cape Cod's renowned artists, or head out to the world-famous National Seashore. You've got the afternoon to enjoy it all. The cost per person is $93 and registration is required. For more info, visit the Burlington Recreation website at burlington.org or call the Rec Department at 781-270-1695. And that does it for this week's community calendar. I'm Chris Flaherty. Back to you in the studio.
Finally this week, a Burlington-based developer is helping to fund the town's July 4th Day celebration. The Nordblom Company recently presented Burlington's 4th of July committee with a $1,000 donation. The funds will help support the parade and the evening festivities. As reported on BNEWS, for the first time in a long time, this year's 4th of July celebration in Burlington will feature a fireworks display. The committee held fundraisers in the past couple of months to help pay for fireworks, and donation such as this one will help in that regard. The annual parade will be that morning starting at 11 a.m. and will follow the same route from the car wash to the Memorial Elementary School that it did last year. The fireworks will be set off from the Human Services Building, visible from the Town Common and Simons Park at 9 p.m. Okay, that's it from the news desk here. Don't forget that you can sign up for BNews Daily Newsletter written by our crack BNews staff, headed by Rich Hosford. Also, we have an archive site there for any previous news stories that you wish to see. That's it from the news desk here at BNews Weekly. I'm Phil Gallagher, along with BNews Director Rich Hosford, Robert Paris, Chris Flaherty, and Peter Brown with the weather. Thank you for joining us.